I think it's pretty safe to say that some of us as humans are very comfortable with the natural wildlife of some places, or some of us are just incredibly stupid. I like to think both, because there's no way I would do this, nor do I surround myself with people that would do things like this. If you're new here, hi, I'm Crystal. This is Getting Spooky, where we talk about absurd things, and this week we're talking about how animals are absolutely done with humans and their bullshit. Orcas are teaching other orcas to hunt boats. Wild animals are attacking people in their own homes. This video is edited to abide by YouTube guidelines, so if you want to see the extended cut, the link's below. As we stand right now, humans on this earth are using roughly about 1.5 Earths, meaning with overpopulation and the rate in which we consume, we are well over the limit. By 2050, that's going to move up to 2 whole Earths. And this year alone, off the coasts of several countries, some of the highest surface water temperatures were recorded in history. And that is where this story begins. Orcas, one of the smartest mammals in the sea, they're also some of the most brutal. Whether they do it for efficiency or for cruelty, orcas have been observed doing things to other animals in the wild that could be considered cruel. Around 2020, marine biologists noticed an increase in the orca population off the coast of Portugal and Spain. Also in that time, there were reports of boats in the area of orca harassment. They would often go for the rudder, repeatedly attacking it until the boat was completely disabled. Out of all of the attacks that took place, about 20% of those attacks, the boat was completely destroyed. The boat ramming and harassment is something that's only been reported so far in that part of the world. And marine biologists have a few reasons on why they think this is happening. One reason being trauma. The orca pod, or the leader of the pod, experienced trauma from a boat of some kind, and it's now kill on sight. Another one is an orca fad. Since orcas are so smart and social, they operate a lot like a human would. Young orcas have been known to start fads among orca pods. One report in the 80s where orcas were seen swimming around with dead salmon on their head. At first, the marine biologists were confused. The salmon hat fad had spread over 2 separate pods before eventually fizzling out. However, the boat ramming fad is a little different. This isn't the first time orcas have taken down boats, but this is the first time that this behavior has appeared to take off and spread. Some fishermen have reported this happening as far up as Scotland, and normally it doesn't catch on this way. The attacks from the orcas have resulted in a literal heat map of activity, with a fun little barrier to show the captains of where not to go off the coast of Gibraltar. In Japan, off the coast of Fukui Prefecture, someone was left with a broken rib as he was attacked while swimming. He was swimming at like 4 a.m., but we'll definitely ignore that. That same morning, however, another person was bitten on the arm by a dolphin. So far this season, there have been about 6 dolphin attacks reported. I assume that's a lot, 6 more than desired. It seemed excessive in the way that it was written. The scientists say that dolphins who live near coasts can become aggressive to humans if they're used to being fed, and they retaliate out of frustration. But it's not said why these dolphins attack these people. Wrong place, wrong time, I guess. 48-year-old Amy Adamson was said to be the most amazing person. Leaving her teaching career behind, she decided to backpack across the U.S. A marathon runner and an avid hiker, she was not new to this sort of travel. Her body was found off a hiking trail about 4 miles in from the forest. The cause of death was determined to be a rapid blood loss due to a grizzly bear. As we spoke before, wrong place, wrong time. Due to the state of the body, the bear didn't eat her, which ruled out a predatory attack. Chances are, she came across a mother and her cubs. The National Park Service estimates that grizzly numbers in the greater Yellowstone area have increased from 136 in 1975 to over 1,000 in 2021. As of today, the bear that killed Amy hasn't been located. On July 27th, a bear in Pennsylvania wandered into the garage of John Swartz. At the same time, John also wandered into the garage to turn off a hose of a valve he had forgotten he had left on. What do you even do in a bear attack? Let's check. I feel like it could be a useful skill. Since each situation you run into with the bear will be different, you'll have, of course, to remain calm, and this is easier said than done. By keeping an eye on the bear on the escape route, backing away slowly will not only get you away, but not appear threatening to the bear. As per WebMD, identify yourself aloud to ensure the bear recognizes you're a person and not prey.
Name! What? What's your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony!
Remember that when a bear stands on its hind legs, it usually does so out of curiosity. This shouldn't be taken as a threat and does not necessarily warrant an emergency reaction, which means don't shoot the bear. Use extra caution when in the presence of a mother bear and her cubs. Mothers are instinctively protective of their young and can perceive many actions as threats to their offspring. And honestly, if I ever came across a mom and her cubs, I would just get right with whoever had to, because that's curtains. The main thing really is you just have to know your bears, because some survival tactics are suited more for certain bears and not others. In the end, I hope the takeaway from this video is to leave animals alone. If you see an animal, leave it alone. Call the people who have the training and get paid to help the animals, or a qualified rehabber. They'll even answer all your questions and come out if you need to. And if you need another reason to leave animals alone, check out my rabies video. It's kind of scary, so be prepared for that. Thanks for watching this video. I do have some special shouts I must make to my most favorite people: Dazzling Dice, Dojin, and KL17. Love you guys so much. If you want a shout out or access to hours of extra content, check the link below. As always, I'm Crystal, this is Getting Spooky, and I'm out.